Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. I previously presented at 1 Million Cups and Rupert asked me to do an update. When I first presented, it was in 2013. I was just rebranding my firm and really rebuilding after a really bad breakup with my business partner. So I'll give you a brief description of my business. We're a CPA firm. We provide accounting using Xero, which is an accounting solution, our cloud accounting. And what we do, it allows our clients to get real-time, accurate information at their fingertips with my staff working behind it. So you could be with your business 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever you want. You can have real-time information so you can make informed decisions. And we also do audits, taxes, and consulting. I was thinking of maybe doing a more technical presentation about our services and you know what we do and going back and forth, but I'm going to speak on a more touchy-feely type of level today. And you know, besides, who wants to talk about accounting and taxes first thing in the morning? So, my touchy-feely subject is really lessons learned. I'm proud to say that the firm has really grown over the past 4 years, and we've had a lot of successes. But with successes, I've had a lot of failures too. And you know, everybody in social media, you have that highlight reel of the perfect, you know, selfie moment and times like that. But I really want to speak about me falling down, getting those scraped knees, and what I learned from it, and how it helped me become a better and stronger entrepreneur. And I think it's no sound. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
I missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
So we know as entrepreneurs we're going to have our failures, and I really learned to embrace it. And a lot of times we don't want to take that chance. It's because of fear. And I let that rule me for a long time. I wouldn't go up to a new prospect because my makeup wasn't perfect, I was feeling a little bloated that day, and then I missed that aspect because of my fear of being rejected. And what I learned to do was take that nervous energy that was in there and really use that positively and propel me forward. Now, I'll go up to a lot of people, and I get a lot of no's, but I get a lot of yeses too. And embracing that fear as an entrepreneur is something I learned the hard way, and it really helped me turn things around. Okay. This is a big one that I had to do prepared. If you haven't noticed, I'm a Black female, but there's a lot of programs and governments that have an NDE program that you have to be registered for. And it's very invasive. It's like getting on the exam table. You have to register and do a lot of things. Now, I got really lucky in 2004 when I first started my CPA firm, and I got a really nice government contract. But it had been probably several years that I hadn't had a really good contract, but I was still going through this process over and over again and keeping up with a lot of insurances. So common sense would say, stop wasting your time doing that, don't spend extra money you need to do on getting that insurance. But what happened is, and I'm going to be honest, July of this year, I was like, cut it off. But I went ahead and did it, and because I was prepared, an opportunity presented itself this 60 days ago where I got a 6-figure contract with the airport. So being prepared, and even if you can't see immediately that opportunity, you want to stay prepared. Okay. This has been one of my biggest pain points. Everybody wants a job, but nobody wants to work. And when I found out, you know, I have a really good staff now, and I'm blessed for that, but I have to go through a lot of bad people. So what I found is a lot of people are great interviewers. They know everything in the world, and you know, in that interview, they talk a good game, and then you get them in front of the computer and have them do stuff, and they don't know it. So what I've learned from this lesson is really, everybody I hire is on a temp basis. I said, look, you got 30 days, we're in a small office, I only have 7 employees, let me get to know you, see what you can do, you can get to know me, and if we're a good match, then this would be a full-term a full-time position. So that's something I really learned the hard way. Systems and procedures. I read the E-Myth several years ago, and I got really pumped up. And the E-Myth, if you don't know, is basically standardizing and putting all your procedures for your office so someone can walk in and do it for themselves, and you can eventually move yourself out of the business. So I took this being a type 8 accountant to task. So I wrote down all my procedures. It took me 2 years. I even showed people how to change in the bathroom, the paper napkins and the toilet paper, I kid you not. So I had this big book, I had a web person with me, I had an intranet so people can just search and do it. And I was just like, great, I can move out my business and have all my staff get here. Do you think my staff use any of that stuff? I don't. They had an issue, they're like, hey Sabrina, quick question. I'm like, dude, there's a book right there, just look at it, but they don't do that. So what I learned is, because we work in cloud accounting, things change. The system, software updates, and then I had all the screenshots and they didn't match with the updates. So I learned to do pretty much a really delicate balance where I teach them the systems, but I also try to teach my employees to think. So I don't let them come in my office and ask me for the answer, which I could give it to them, but I really want them to start thinking for themselves, and that helps me out. So it's not so a checklist, but more so training my employees to think for themselves and know where to find the stuff. Excuse me. Someone told me that the key to being smart is not knowing everything, but knowing where to find it when you need it. So that's what I learned from that. How am I doing on time, Robert? Okay, cool. Okay, so the biggest thing I learned is that I can't be everything to everybody. When I first came to 1 Million Cups, I was really on the cloud accounting tip, and we would just take anybody who came to us, all clients. And what I found out is that it's counterintuitive, but you have to turn away certain clients. So I really wanted to niche myself down. So now we just focus on not-for-profit organizations and governments. But restaurants, this, that, and that. We had a lot of people coming in, but the staff was doing too many things for too many people, and you weren't giving the level of service that I really wanted to do. So we fire clients if they're not helping out with us, and we also try to not take on any new clients unless they're in the niche that we want. Okay. Everybody know Wall Street, this thing came from here. Money never sleeps. So I took it to heart, and I would stay up 2 days straight trying to finish a project. And I was really impressed, like, hey, wow, I'm really doing this, and I'm really working hard. I was up 2 weeks, but what I found out, when I don't take the time to rest and really focus on my work, I'm not being the best person I can be. So I work 5-day weeks, and I manage expectations with my clients. I'm like, look, this is how long it's gonna take, and not try to rush to meet deadlines. And if they want it fast, it's gonna be reflected in the bill. Okay. I'm an accountant. I sell information. I don't have a physical thing that I give to people. And what I've learned the hard way is people sometimes don't respect that if you don't set boundaries. So my clients just can't call up and have a quick question. It's something that just irks me. Back in the hip hop days, I worked for the UCF yearbook, and we used to interview all the hip hop artists. At least I did, so I would get free concerts. But they always say, like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody said that, and it irked me. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're saying. That's why I'm asking you questions in the same. So a quick question is like that for me. It's a quick question. No, it's not a quick question. It's more involved and stuff like that. So I try to cut that off. They have to make an appointment. Those appointments cost money, and that helps me out. So usually, if people figure out they have to pay for something, then they'll take the time to research it themselves if they don't want to pay me for my time. So the most important thing I know is to listen, because we think we have a nice business plan and we have our mission where we want to go to, but I've learned to listen, and listen to my clients, my family, my staff, and really what's going on out there, because things change. We're in a global economy, things change. If you're not listening and being aware and open, then you may be going down the wrong path. So that's my biggest lesson I learned to do. I mean, there's only one thing that's certain: everything changes, and you need to listen and right navigate your way to success. So that's really my update. And I know everybody asks, what's your big ask? I've had a really particular pain point. It's really finding a good marketing web person or social media person. I know Hootsuite, I can do everything straight, but that's not my strong point. And I really need somebody that I can communicate with that can help me keep that steady going. Also, of course, we do not-for-profits. If you have any not-for-profits, I would love your referrals for that. That's my presentation.
Okay, thank you. So, do we have any questions? Yes. And please, if you have a question, use the microphone because we're taping.
So you said that you're a cloud CPA.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of software?
We use Xero, Xero.
Okay, then do you have to convert all your customers over to that also?
Yes, we do convert our clients. We don't do, I've been a QuickBooks Pro advisor for years, and we have a lot of esoteric software that we use. But no, we use, that everything can't be everybody. I use Xero software.
Okay, so they have to be on that for you to work with them in?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, quick question here. You had mentioned that at first you would take in all sorts of clients. Any which person knocked, you took them in. Then you said you set certain boundaries, and you mentioned that they needed to be a client in a particular niche. What is that niche, and what made you realize, like, no, I can't keep, taking any person that comes in. Now I need to place them in this particular niche, and then I will take them. How did that work out, and what is the niche for you?
The niche for me is member-based, not-for-profit organizations. Most of those are volunteer-based, so they didn't really have a steady person doing accounting and making sure everything's correct. So that's been a really good marketing niche for us. The reason why I did that is because I really didn't want to take in, with restaurants, there's a lot of laws, there's a lot of things that are changing, and to be a CPA responsible, at least to my level of service, I want to make sure that whoever we're servicing, that we're on that. I mean, I'm smart, but I just can't know, 100 different industries at one time.
Right.
Good morning. By accounting, could you be more specific? Are you providing bookkeeping services? Are you providing audit services? What are the range of services that you're providing to your nonprofit customers?
Okay. In regards to accounting, it's more of a bookkeeping. We're not necessarily writing checks for them, but we have access to the bank. We're making sure everything's calculated and allocated in the right place. So when they pull reports, they're looking at accurate information. And yes, we do audits and also consulting.
Thanks.
You guys are so easy, awesome.
We got, students? Students here? You guys got any questions? This is a thriving business, entrepreneur, ups and downs. Here you go.
It's not a question, it's a statement.
Okay.
Your lessons learned is a fantastic topic. I'm a mentor, I'm a volunteer, nonprofit, and I have 50 years of successful business experience. And what I tell my people that I'm mentoring over and over and over again is I can help you more by telling you all the things that I did wrong in my life than I ever could by telling you what I did right. Your little clip of Jordan, you learn from your mistakes. Keep doing what you're doing, keep learning,
Thank you.
and you will continue to be successful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My career is going well, but my entrepreneurial business, my partner, I feel like we're just circling the drain. Financially, marketing, we're not marketers. It's a design company. And what What words do you have to say when you feel like you're just circling the drain?
Really what I do is, because I mean, I've been there, I've been circling the drain more. I just don't know when the next big client's gonna come, the contract's gonna come. And you keep doing the same thing over and over again. I really take, which is insanity, trying to expect different results, but I really take a step back and do a SWOT analysis, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and just really look at it. And you and your partner and what you're good at and how you do it. What may work for me, because I'm more of a, hands-on, getting somebody's face, is not gonna work for you, but you know your strengths. So figure out what your strengths are and look at that SWOT analysis and just go through it. And it may not look like what your competitors do, because that's another thing, CPA firms, it's a certain thing that you wear and you play golf and you do all that. That's not me, I'm not that girl. But I play to my strengths, and that's how I'm able to get ahead. So don't be a copycat, just look back, really see what's going on and do what feels right to you. Because people can really tell when you're being real or when you're just trying to pretend to be something else.
When you're in a business and you have a business partner, and you're having difficulties, 99 and 9/10% of the time is because of communications. And so what I suggest is it's simple project management. It's sitting down with the individual and saying, okay, what are your needs, your wants, and your expectations about the business and your involvement in this business? And just have a heart-to-heart, be honest with each other, write it all down, everything like that. And what you're trying to do, if you're like a CEO or the founder, the original founder or whatever of the company, is you want to find out if that individual puts the company first. And if they're putting themselves first instead of the company first, then that's not good for business. So you need to, that's what I would recommend you do, and be honest with each other and communicate what's important to each other, and then you might have to make a decision. Okay. So we have time for one more question.
You mentioned that you work 5 days a week.
Yes.
Tell a story about, I heard about a couple years ago, a gentleman came in to Orlando and was talking to people because he wanted to invest money. And one question he would ask is, how's your golf game? And if they were playing golf, they didn't get any money. I have a friend who is a graphic artist, incredibly busy. He's my age, 70. He puts in all-nighters. I said, you do that when you're in college, not when you're 70 years old. But he does what's necessary to get the project. So sometimes projects come in that require that kind of extra effort. So I would just generally say that you had to work on a Saturday or a Sunday, put the extra effort in. And I think that you'll benefit and the client will also.
Let me clarify. I work 5 days a week in the office. The other days I'm off. I work on my business, and that's really trying to really scheme out and make if there's a project to be done, it's gonna get done. But what I found when I was trying to work nonstop and doing that, it wasn't best for me. I needed a mental break and really to take care of some burnout. And I found out when I do that, I concentrate, I'm better, I'm more effective, and I can work faster.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes, and it's on my Facebook page, is entrepreneurs are those who are willing to do what other people won't for a short time so that they can live the rest of their lives the ways other people can't. So thank you, Covington and Associates.